What is going on, everyone? Just thought I'd start off here today because I'm running a little bit behind. I just wanted to show you sort of the community by here. And you can go for a walk with me to one of the most disgusting places you'll ever see. Despite what this my too consistently says, consistently trolls. It's incredible how much someone is so upset for showing the truth. And so I'm David Magna, and I'm bringing you to hell today. Just asking that you stick around a bit. It's a bit loud here, trying to get out of the noise. So, if you didn't know, I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector, ex-agricultural inspector, worked in a variety of roles for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, someone who was responsible for your food system. And so, like other agencies across the world, there are people held accountable and given certain, powers or duties to monitor your food. And so that food includes individuals, which we call animals. And we do the most brutal things in the world to them. Horrific things you can't even imagine. And so that's what I'm doing today, along with so many people across the world already. Today we were at, oh my gosh, you can already smell all the way from down here. Today we were at so many different slaughterhouses exposing the truth, the reality of our food system. Most people have never set foot inside a slaughterhouse. Most people will never go inside one. Hey Martin, thank you for being here. Most people have no idea what happens in these places. Hello, UK freedom fighter, thank you for being here. So, it's taken upon us, a bunch of dedicated people across the world, going live in front of these places, because the public needs to know the truth. Most of the public doesn't know what's happening. They really don't. So the place I'm going to, you can't even imagine what happens inside. What human beings do to innocent animals. Guys, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know where you're from. UK. Got UK in the house. This is part of Project Livestream number 6. Hi, Rochelle. Project Livestream number 6. Again, across the world today, several activists stood across in front of slaughterhouses to bring you into the truth, into the reality. The only thing that can't be expressed is the smell. You can't imagine the atmosphere, what it's like. It's hell on earth. And so, you guys can see what it's like as we move up here. And there's one of the disgusting hellhole trucks pulling out. So they would have dropped off cows, mother cows. The stench, the shit all over the truck. Oh my God, the smell. How awful it is. Hello, Alex. Thank you for being out there today as well. It's not easy. It's not easy being out there. Alex was out there today, and just for simply setting up his camera outside, doing what he's legally allowed to do, someone cursed him out. What we say is, what's there to hide? Farmers, anybody who works in this industry talks about how great it is, how the animals are treated even better than humans. You'll often hear that. They live a great life, treated humanely. And people get triggered in the chat by saying they're eating body parts. Well, I worked in a slaughterhouse. I've seen it all. I don't know what you think you're getting out of it by saying that. I just think it's a coping mechanism. Massive cope. You need to cope in order to justify what you're paying for. And the people that are coping generally know. The ones that are in the chat that are coping are essentially saying they agree with this industry. They agree that animals are to be used as products, as things. Always seems to be something going on at this place. I've been attacked here. A guy punched me. A guy tried to steal my phone. A guy told a truck driver to run me over. Now, if I was outside any other business, do you think they would have the same attitude? Do you think they say the same thing? They wouldn't. So this is the place where they shoot mother cows in the face. They execute them for yum-yums. Simple taste pleasure. Absolutely insane that we do this to innocent, sentient individuals because people want to drink their milk. They want to pretend they're cows. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that happens? This place shut down multiple times. Riding Regency, True Harvest with so-called infractions. Hey Jake, thank you for being out there today. Guys, these are incredible people going out and sharing with the world the truth about what's happening behind closed doors. This industry is hiding from you. Hello, Gio. Yeah, we lose our empathy. I lost mine, right? I worked in this. I had to find a way to shut off. I had to shut off my feelings, my normal reactions, in order to watch and justify animals being hung up in front of me and having their necks slit off, their heads cut off, being thrown on shackles, chains, put into gas chambers. This is what happens. This is the reality of your food system. And we're here to expose it. This disgusting hellhole of an industry. This is a nightmare. You wouldn't imagine, you couldn't write up a better script. You know, there's a lot of religious people who say, oh, God says we should do so. Does God say that you should traffic migrants, immigrants, and refugees to work in these places? Is that what God says? Does your God want more violent crime rates? Does your God want more sexual assaults taking place due to slaughterhouses in the community surrounding them? Well, the reason why there's more increased sexual assault, if you can think a little bit outside of what you've been told. Think about what people do to animals in order to impregnate them. You know, oftentimes these farms aren't monitored, right? They aren't looked at. They police themselves. So if someone's artificially inseminating someone, if they're putting their hands inside of somebody, what do you think kind of happens? These are isolated people. They don't get much attention from anybody. And you can only imagine what takes place. And so I have some wonderful activist friends who are here coming out today. Also, guys, in the link, in the description, sorry, I'm gonna ask you guys to do a few things today. We have a link to all the other activists that were live today. It's a link tree. Some that are going to be live later today or even live now. Go and support them. There's also a petition to ban greyhound racing in the UK. We need 100,000 signatures for them to take it up for discussion. So that takes 2 seconds to sign, if you don't mind signing that. Also, I just dropped a video. We the Free, incredible organization. They had their Instagram account hacked, and so it couldn't come at a worse time because we are trying to get our donations up for the end of the year. Our donations are quadrupled. So 4 times. So you put in $50, that equals $200. So we're trying to get by the 31st that done. So I shared a video. If you wouldn't mind sharing that out, donating if you can. I've already posted it. It was posted just a little while ago, about an hour and a bit ago. And guys, yes, we are at hell on earth. This is called St. Helens for good reason. Hell is in the name. They execute, they shoot in the face mother cows. Let me know how the video's going, guys. Hey, Lenny Bruce, another great activist. Go follow all these wonderful activists inside there, inside the chat here today. Many of them live today, many of them live other days. Lenny just had a blowout of a discussion, a debate with somebody. So the weather's kind of changing quite a bit here, so bear with me. It's getting cold, going from rain to snow. We got some triggered people in the chat. We have some triggered people in the chat. Why, guys? And to the people in the room, let me know, are you vegan? Hit 1. If you're somebody thinking about change and not like one of these weirdos that are saying such awful things, press 2. If you are somebody else, press 3 or another number and double tap the screen. Guys, please hit like as well. Share out the stream. We're going to show you some things today that you maybe have never seen before. And just so you know, guys, I'm an ex-agriculture inspector. I worked for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency for 15.5 years. I have experience working in these hellhole places. Unfortunately, my whole family worked in it. You know, I've seen a lot. And so my role was responsible for your food system. I was put in charge of that. So for that period of time, I think, you know, maybe you should listen to what I have to say. I don't think people should be eating animals. I definitely don't think it's healthy for you. If you saw the conditions they lived in, most animals are factory farmed. They're put in disgusting conditions. Most people will never go. They'll never see a factory farm. Most people will never go into a disgusting place like this. Absolutely ridiculous. They're shooting mother cows in the face. Several of them are still pregnant, guys. Several are still pregnant. They're cutting babies out. Can you imagine the psychological toll? It's like 3 to 10%. That's what some estimates say. I think it's higher than that. They put the babies in vats and then they sell them for cosmetics and stuff like that. Absolutely insane, or something called veal. But oftentimes, hey Mary, how are you? Oftentimes the farmers don't care because it's a predetermined date. It's a predetermined date. So guys, once again, there's a link in my description for We the Free. For every dollar you put in, it's quadrupled. We're looking to support and grow advocacy across the world, and we're doing so. Hopefully we can get enough donations in by the end of the month to reach our qualifier, which would be great for the animals. Buy equipment, start new teams, all these things. So once again, we are at St. Helens. We have some great advocates here. This place, they shoot mother cows in the face. Unbelievable, right? Absolutely TDL. I've been on several podcasts. If you want to see my pay stub, maybe one day I'll bring that. But you can't actually make up working for the government, by the way. It's illegal in Canada, in the US, I think in the UK, Australia, probably most of the EU, to say you have worked for the government and not. So making up lies about that, you can go to jail. So why would I make something up about something like that? And exactly how would I have intimate knowledge as well of what takes place in here and other slaughterhouses if I didn't, right? Yeah, so just so you know. Guys, if you are interested in change and think, you know what, I've thought about this vegan thing for a while, the only thing you have to do is really think what it would be like to be in their position. Try to think outside of that human-centric view. What's going on? So we gotta always keep your head on a swivel, guys. When you go out to do these events, always be safe. Our goal is for everybody to be safe. I'm staying back a bit because I've been assaulted quite a few times here. Verbally, physically, even with a car. Well, we don't eat bugs either, Panji. Like when people say stuff like that, I think they're not right in the head to think that vegans would just eat bugs or some shit. Exactly, Jake. Great debate, Lenny. Holy shit, it's getting cold out. Yeah, guys, there's also a link in my description with all the other activists that went live today or are going live today. Please go check that out. It's a link tree. There's also a link to the Greyhound ban that we need in the UK. You can't even imagine. If you go to It's Mel and Steve Live, their channel, they did a live stream yesterday to talk about what the poor greyhounds go through. They get caught in the starting blocks. They literally get picked up and put into these blocks. Their legs are so frail, they bump into each other, they break a leg, and you know what's gonna happen to them next. Crazy, right? Crazy to think that we would do that to such beautiful animals, to use them as entertainment. It's all like very human-centric. Guys, let me know how the volume is too. I can mic up if that would be better. I'm a wacko, apparently, for standing up for innocent animals. Thank you. I've been called worse. I'm sure I'll be called worse. Yeah, don't worry about it, guys. Let them spam away. I don't care. It's more engagement. It's kind of hilarious, to be honest, that I'm getting all these views and traction from people that really want veganism to be shut down, and then they increase the engagement with thousands and thousands and thousands of comments. Amazing, amazing. It just goes to show how triggered people are how they're trying to defend this dying industry. This industry is dying. It's going to end. It just depends on whether or not you want to be on the right side of history or not. This industry is going down. It's going to be shut down one way or another. And it takes some courage to get out in the streets. But look, if I can do it, average Joe, whatever, you can certainly do it too. Get out there and speak up for the animals. Guys, let me know where you're from. So we got a Plant Life Matters. Guys, hit 5 if you think plants feel pain. Hit 5 if you think plants feel pain. Hello, Matthew. Thank you for being out there today. Chihuahua. So this guy's talking about no vegan caveman, Canadian conservative. We evolve. You're on a phone. We certainly didn't have phones in caves, did we? And if you want to live back in those times, what about the drinking water as well? Hey, Axel, I'm sorry I missed yesterday. Thank you so much. Have a great day with your family. You deserve it, brother. Great work for the animals. As always, go subscribe to Axel, as well as Jake, as well as some of these other incredible activists out there doing the thing that needs to be done. Terrible argument. Well, do you want to debate about the topic? Conservative, or Canadian conservative? I'm Canadian as well. Okay, so what am I lacking? I've worked inside this industry. I've seen exactly what takes place for over 15 and a half years, paid for by you and other taxpayers. So what am I missing about an industry that causes more violent crime rates, that causes more PTSD, causes more drug addicts and alcoholics? Tell me what I'm missing, conservative. If you don't care about the animals that are being shot in the face, executed because you think you need to drink their milk. How do I oversimplify? Actually, in fact, I'm being like very nice about it. I can't even say some of the things that I've seen inside slaughterhouses and on factory farms and local farms. Don't think the local farms are let off either. You know, conservative, do you think it's okay to hang a pig? Well, they're all babies. They're like 6 months when they go to slaughter. But do you think it's okay to hang a pig inside a barn just so the other pigs listen to what the farmer is saying? Do you think that's okay? You don't, okay. Do you think it's okay for pregnant cows and sows to go to slaughter? Do you think that's okay? Well, okay. Do you think increasing violent crime rates, PTSD, and drug addicts is okay? I'm gonna guess no. So then we're in agreement that we should move away from this, right? And that's what these industries do. Make no mistake about it. Someone shooting an animal in the head, that's gonna affect them for the rest of their life. Make no mistake about it. Talk to any psychiatrist, psychologist. That's gonna fuck them up for the rest of their life. And you see it transcend. You wouldn't put your children into these places. You wouldn't allow them to visit these places, right? You would protect them. And what happens? You grow apathy, you turn into psychopathy, and shit happens. The smell out here. There's seagulls. They're flying around. They're waiting till this chute, one of these chutes here, dumps into a container wide open. They're gonna grab the cancer, the other body parts that humans won't eat, and then they're gonna go around these neighborhoods. This isn't a community, by the way. There's houses right over here. There's a park over here. There's all these animals fighting for these body parts that the city supposedly has tried to address, the government's tried to address, but nothing happens. And so can you imagine, have you ever heard of avian influenza? Like, well, you love to hunt, Oscar, but You aren't the victim here. Just because you love hunting for entertainment doesn't make it okay. It's not right. Guys, hit like, hit subscribe, share out, tell all your friends. Yeah, well, so that's the overarching body of the USDA. So it's FSIS in the United States. Food Service, what is it? FSIS, yeah. Food Services Inspection Service or something like that. You feed yourself. You love to cure your hunger. Sure you do, Oscar. That's what psychopaths say. You need help, Oscar. There's a video called What Killing Animals Does to Your Brain. Highly recommend you watch it. Go seek some help. Go see a therapist. Drop the gun. Leave the innocent animal alone for your little trophy or your fun. Guys, if you think we should use animals for entertainment, zoos, trophy hunting, whatever it is, hit 5. Why do I need to grow up, Philly Steaks? Look at your name, Philly Steaks. I don't need to grow up. I'll just continue being who I am. How's that? Can I show that? This is why we're out here. This cow is here. This cow is here. What did they ever do to you to want to put them in a slaughterhouse in that disgusting truck full of feces and urine and fear? Why? Why would you do that to somebody? You don't have to. You don't need to. It's not mandatory. 12 years vegan. Guys, if you're a vegan, press 1. If you're somebody who's thinking about change and doesn't want to see an individual go through that for your taste or whatever the hell it is, hit 2. If you're somebody else who just doesn't care about animals, hit 3 and double tap the screen. See, Bad Jackins already hit 3 even beforehand. Can you imagine? Thinks it's okay to use and abuse animals. Insane. We're not vegan because of taste. Thank you, Len. We're vegan because it's not right. You know it's not right. Everybody knows what happens behind these doors is not right. Exactly. Be vegan and don't be violent. Please hit like, guys. Double tap that screen. My mom's 70 years old. Dude, that's a weird comment. Guys, I guess into 7-year-olds. People say the weirdest things. I put on a little bit of a filter to hide out some of the crazies, because some of the comments you would not believe. I'm not surprised, because these are the people that supposedly farm the animals. You wouldn't believe what happens on these farms. You cannot even fathom what people do to animals on farms. Unbelievable. And there's farmers who are scared to tell on their neighbors. If you can believe that. They're scared to tell on their neighbors because they know what they do to the animals. Insane. Insane. And if you don't believe me, guys, go out to your local farms. These dumpsters are on public property often. Maybe not all the time, but go to the ones that are on public property. Just peek your head in the dumpster. You probably won't even be able to get to it because of the smell, the maggots, the flies. Crazy. Well, of course there's maggots on farms. There's fleas. there's disease. I mean, sometimes there's maggots in the animals. Then they'll go to the slaughterhouse, they'll cut around, and then they deem that acceptable. Just like the cancers, the tumors, that stuff can be cut out apparently, and then you eat the rest of the body. Guys, once again, we are at St. Helens, disgusting hellhole facility. They kill mother cows. Sometimes those cows are still pregnant. If you can imagine that happen. Insane. How insane is that? Little cows never did anything wrong. Oh, 7,000 years of agriculture. Yeah, because 7,000 years ago, we were genetically engineering, given copious amount of antibiotics and drugs. And we had these massive killing machines, slaughterhouses, and we trafficked children and immigrants to do that to the animals, to chop them up and cut their heads off, shoot them in the face, hang them upside down, electrocute them, put them in gas chambers. Yeah, because we did that 7,000 years ago. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you. Vegan for the animals, yes. Well, yeah, who do you think works in these places? Immigrants, refugees, minorities. These aren't college, university educated people. These are migrants, often migrants, and children are trafficked to work in these places. Because who in their right mind would? Why would you, right? Well, you don't have to. You have proxies that do it for you. If you go into this place, I'll guarantee 90% of the people here probably don't speak English. And their choice is to stay in a war-torn country or come here. They don't expect that they're going to be working on a kill floor. They're told, oh, let's go to America, live a wonderful life. Yeah, what a wonderful life. Seeing mothers hung upside down on chains, screaming for their life because they were shot in the face a couple times, and then having their neck jabbed with a knife. Great life, yeah. Because that doesn't affect the world. That doesn't turn up violent crime. That, like, insane. And I might sound harsh. I might be coming off harsh. It's just I'm fed up with it. I've seen it. I don't think it needs to be happening. And unfortunately it is, right? And so maybe a lot of people don't know. There's a link in the description. It's called the 3-Minute Movie Challenge. Go check it out. It's 3 minutes. It's standard industry practice. See what you think. Go check it out. Don't take my word for it, but check it out. Wow, it is freezing here. So these guys are a bunch of wonderful advocates here, taking their time out of their day, their work day even, taking some time off work. Can you imagine? These vegans have jobs. Amazing, right? Amazing that some vegans have jobs. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Pia, you said it spot on. It's nothing but a blood sport. A lot of people are raised to think that they should execute these poor animals in the wild. There's a guy named Toby Hunter Toby. This guy grew up, his name is Hunter, grew up in this, and then he decided, wait a second, I can live without shooting animals in the face. So he changed. So you can go check him out. It's Uncaged. He's an ex-hunter. Now he's an advocate. Pretty wonderful one at that. He debates people all the time. Hunters, you should go check him out. Go see the truth, man. The biggest thing we have, the biggest problem I think we have, Pia and other people, is our ego. Our ego tells us we should do this. Our ego normalizes this violence, and we think we're just so much higher up than everyone else that we just follow the crowd, right? We don't think critically. And I would say vegans have thought critically. They've thought, you know what? I don't want to be a part of this. I'm not going to be a drone and accept that animals get tortured, confined, put into gas chambers, electrified, all these things. Fuck that. I'm not going to be a part of it. And they change. Well, what's unfortunate, Wakey Jakey? It's time to wakey, Jakey. It's time to wake up to the realities. We don't need to be a part of this. Simple things, man. My whole family worked in this, okay? My mom worked in slaughterhouses. She even rescued some chickens there, and she thought they were babies. So you guys go to Veganuary. That's something you can take on too. You go vegan for a month. So my mom, get this, my mom, she worked on a kill floor. She would see these birds go through, and so due to genetically manipulation, they give these birds like drugs and antibiotics. So some of the birds will grow to what they would call their regular standard, but some wouldn't. And so they'd be very small, not small, but probably what size they should be. So my mom would rescued a bunch of them from the slaughterhouse. Can you imagine? That's tough. She even brought some home, thinking that she was helping, you know. So it just goes to show. I remember myself when I went into a pig slaughterhouse and the pig came up to me, and I put my hand down, but I was with a bunch of other inspectors, so I stopped, I froze, and I put my hand back up because I didn't want to show empathy. Can you imagine how mental I was back then? Hearing them in gas chambers too. If you've ever gone to a slaughterhouse, you hear the pigs, they scream in gas chambers because they're literally being burned alive. Their lungs, the gas is going into their lungs, and their eyes, their nose, their skin. They're breathing that in. Go to a pig slaughterhouse and listen to it on the road. Shit's flying everywhere. It's got really windy. Yeah, well, that's where all the animals get their protein from, right? Plants. So Daniel, porcine epidemic diarrhea, you should look it up. And you should also look up the type of antibiotics all those pigs are on, the drugs. They all get coughs, the pigs. They get parasites too. Look up trichina, look up swine flu. I mean, these are all things you can look up. It's no wonder pig flesh is considered a class A carcinogen, processed pig flesh, a class 1. It's like giving someone a cigarette or getting them to smoke. The more they smoke, the higher risk of cancer. It's the same thing with pig flesh, colorectal cancer. So when someone says I'm going to eat bacon or pig flesh, all I can think of is this person wants to get colorectal cancer, anal cancer. And so once again, guys, we are at hell. It's called St. Helens Death House. We have a number of activists out here today. This is a place where they execute mother cows. Why? Because humans think that they're cows. They drink their milk. Can you imagine? My thought was like, if we're humans, wouldn't we drink human milk? So I brought that to the attention of like my too. And my too thinks that they're a baby cow. And so I've offered time and time again to replace a mega freak. Sure, Combat. You've been here how many times crying? I've offered my too a baby bottle with milk, soy milk, oat milk. Offered them a blankie, a sucky, a pacifier, a dummy, even a blankie, a bib, even a bonnet, and I'll even come and burp you if you stop thinking you're a baby cow. We put these offers out all the time. We're actually running out because there's so many men, baby, who man babies, who think that they're cows, who still drink cows' milk. They still think they're babies in their head, infants. Amazing. Amazing how disgusting people are to think that they're still infants and that it's acceptable to shoot mother cows in the face and steal their babies away. Disgusting industry. Yeah, the oat milk eggnog's pretty good. Holy shit. Just got so cold again. Yeah, Oscar's a liar. He's saying all these things. I love hunting. It's fun. He gets off on it. A lot of people do, right? It's called the thrill of the kill for a reason. Oh, it's perfectly acceptable. Yeah, so was slavery. Slavery was acceptable at one point. That was the norm, and we've changed that, right? It's not so much considered the norm. This has the skins in it. This truck absolutely reeks. You can't even imagine the fucking smell. Horrific. Matthew, why don't you eat your own ribs? How about that? Yeah, it's psychopathic. So this truck's gonna collect dead body parts, the cancers, the shit that you feed to your companion animals, your dogs and cats. So the cancer and the intestines and all the contaminated animal body parts that you don't like are gonna go into there. It's gonna go to a rendering plant. It's gonna get heat treated, and you're gonna feed that shit to your dog or your cat. Someone you say you love, you'd rather feed them cancer's bits. Fucking maddening. Absolutely maddening. Unbelievable. I love my animals. I love my dog and cat. It's like farmers when they say, oh, the animals are treated so well. They live in their feces, because every animal wants to live in their feces, don't they? The wind is crazy here now. It's really picking up. Oh, shit. So guys, let me know where you're from. Hit that like button too as well. I want to get up to 100 if I can. Let me know if you live stream today, if you're going to live stream in the future. This is part of Project Livestream 6. I'm one of many activists all over the world, dozens of activists all over the world doing the exact same thing. We're out in front of these disgusting fucking nightmare hellhole facilities, exposing the truth. You know, people talk about honesty and transparency. This company claims, like many others, that they treat their animals well. That everything's great, it's nice, it's great the way we treat animals. Well, why don't they let us inside? Why don't they let us inside to farms? I think we're all adult enough to know. And we should be allowed to just go inside. It's our food system, right? We pay for it, right? Are we not adult enough to know what takes place in here? And it's the farmers and the executors and the profiteers that don't want us to show. They're the ones that claim everything's great and, oh, we can find a better way. You know, when do they really start factory farming? That was more so in like 1940 or something. You imagine like 70 years of them saying there's going to be a better way. What's the better way? There's no better way. Even if you magically could just poof and fairy tale their life away, there's just no better way. Why should I get a job, Cena? I'm retired, so why should I get a job? Like, if you were retired, would you say, would I be good to say you should get a job? Or how about you get back to work instead of wasting your employer's time being on a live stream? Yeah, that's what I gotta say. I think everything should be open up, transparent. Tell the truth. What's the problem here? Let's tell the truth. Let's show the truth. Show the world the truth. So Brian says it's no big deal. Have you seen a psychiatrist or a psychologist? I bet you haven't. And I bet you they would show you that you aren't. So there's a video called What Killing Animals Does to Your Brain. It shows the psychology of what happens to people who take lives every single day. A weak man shoots and kills innocent animals. A strong man doesn't just follow the crowd or do what he's told. They think logically, and they protect the vulnerable. You and your fucking weapon running around picking off innocent animals. That's fucked up. Guys, let me know, do you think greyhound racing or using horses for racing is okay? If you do, hit 5. If you don't, hit 1. Are you threatening me, Sebastian? Is that a threat? So why do you think it's acceptable to use an animal for your entertainment? What if they break a leg? Do you think that's okay that they just be shot in the face because they're done for your entertainment? Some crazy mentality. Do you think we should do that to humans? Do you think we should have a Hunger Games style thing as well? Where we use humans? These vegans give it large called. Well, if someone's assaulting you, why wouldn't you call the police? Like, this guy's talking out of his whatever. Of course you're gonna call the police if you get assaulted or your life's threatened. Why wouldn't you? Isn't that what your taxpayer dollars are for? So I have seven others out here with me today. That's just one place. This is part of Project Livestream. This is global. This is going all day. We have activists in the United States. Guys, if you want to check out anybody else that's live, have gone live today or is going live today, look at my description. There's a link tree there. Go follow, go support these wonderful advocates of change. People that aren't drones, that just don't follow the social norm. Let's circle back to the slavery, yes. What would you like to know? Animals are enslaved for us, yes, of course they are. And why would we do that? And you know, there are Holocaust victims that describe what happens to animals in a similar vein. Victims of the Holocaust describe it as similar. So you tell me, if they're saying that, then what? And have you been in a slaughterhouse? I have. I've been into, I think 4 or 5 of them at least. Several so-called processing facilities. Tannery up the street. Name them? What are you talking? Who am I going to name? They're given numbers, just like humans were given numbers. Sometimes the humans weren't given names. So does that mean the humans that were slaves, because they weren't given names, weren't humans, or they didn't deserve to be, or they should just been slaves? Like, I don't understand what your logic is there. I saw a cow with the number 42. So is that sufficient? Well, humans are animals. I mean, you only need to go to school to know that. Yeah, I got fired from 5 slaughterhouses. You're fired. You're fired. Ugh. Apparently I'm delusional. Hey, Darren, why don't you come on a live stream and debate me about how delusional I am? Let me know. Hell on earth. Hell on earth. It's freezing out here. Some of these cows come from Alberta, which is over 30, 40 hours away. Can you imagine that's how we treat animals? How they're treated? Change like everyone here. Jenny, she's live right now. She has been vegan for 30 almost 35 years. Her partner Peter, almost 35 years. Trina, all these people have changed. So you can change as well. And it's inevitable. It's gonna happen. I just wish it would happen sooner. Like the dichotomy here, right? You see the flesh there and then all the innocent cows on the truck. How mental is that? The losers abuse animals and want them to be tortured. Imagine if it was dogs, right? If it was dogs, you'd be out here, you'd be like, no. What's the difference? It's no difference. I mean, you can try to say it as much as you want. The losers are the ones who exploit others. humans are meat. People have eaten human meat. So what are you talking about? Meat is meat. Would you eat human meat? So you're okay with eating dogs? It's amazing. There was one guy, and you guys might know him. He's a YouTuber guy. His name is Andrew Wilson. This guy bit the bullet. Said he would allow someone to set a dog on fire because they are just objects to him. Even if he had a dog and he gave it to somebody else, he'd be fine with somebody setting them on fire. Andrew Wilson, popular so-called Orthodox Christian guy. This is the gymnastics that people will go through, right? Because there's no logical consistency when it comes to exploiting others and using others. Absolutely none. I'm from Ontario, Kyle. Do you want to debate about it? Do you think it's good to have more violent crime rates in Ontario? More PTSD, more drug addiction, more alcoholics? Have you not seen the people in the streets? Is that what you want? Well, Rained, I grew up in a Catholic household. My mom's Christian. My uncle, who used to be a pastor, or maybe still is. My brother is into it as well. So I know a bit about it. But as far as fish is concerned, or sacrifice, there was the Garden of Eden, right? And so that was the kingdom, right? That was the place. So why don't we go back to that? And yeah, it says dominion, but we can, we don't have to, like, this isn't mandatory that we have to do this. So we can just leave animals alone. If you weren't aware, you can look up the studies talking about trauma, people working in slaughterhouses. So things like PTSD, drug, alcohol addiction, violent crime rates increase in these places. How is this terrorism? By pointing, like, listen to this guy here. Rev Jim Jones, a guy who probably talks about on his YouTube channel or whatever, says we should have free speech. We should be allowed to share our truths. It's people like this who come on here, use that rhetoric, all this language, right? And yet he's okay with humans by using them as proxies to go suffer things like workplace injuries, chronic illnesses, things that he would never do himself, but he'll have a proxy to do, like human slaves, basically. It's people like him that drive me absolutely mental. It's like they want their cake so they can eat it as well. Like things like they're okay with increased violent crime rates in these communities. It's okay that SA increases in these communities, right? But he also wants free speech. Oh, you should have free speech. Free speech, yeah, everybody should have free speech. Then I'm simply out here with a camera and he's using those words. That's how mental these people are. Well, you said this is terrorism. What is terrorism, Reverend Jim Jones? Huh? What is it? By showing a camera at a slaughterhouse? That is an idiot, man. These people, they talk about free speech. Oh, everybody should have free speech. But when it comes to something that they're held responsible for, accountability-wise, I mean, then they cry and they say fucking words like that. and try to put a target on my back and my friend's back. That's exactly what you said. I have it in the comments and I saw it. So what are you talking about? Amazing. Amazing the lack of empathy that people have. And these people that comment, you know, like these ridiculous things, they just get banned from my channel. Like, you know, like saying the N-word, stuff like that. What's wrong with you people? You can't have an actual debate or discussion. I've asked, I don't know how many people to come on and have a debate with me. Like this Connor Webb person. Bye. Like, I hope you had fun commenting for no reason. Can't have civil discussion about things. Like, what is wrong with people? And I've asked people to debate. Nobody seems to want to debate. Nobody wants to have a discussion about it. Nobody wants to debate about the topic. Why not? We have Discords in the chat. Here's my friend Jenny. We have Discords in the chat, into my description, sorry. Go to the Discord and look at this guy, he's still there. This guy has 4 channels so he can just say the N-word. This is the mental gymnastics that people do because they can't talk about the reality of what's taking place. Have a discussion about shooting mother cows in the head, and let's see if it's acceptable or not. And let's see if you're logically consistent, because I guarantee you aren't. Yes, I've banned him from like 3 channels. This person clearly has nothing better to do with his life than to say the N-word over and over. And Reverend Jim Jones also saying words like terrorism and stuff like that, trying to put a target on simply animal rights activists simply doing their legal expressions. Like, this is my fundamental freedom of expression in Canada. Much like the Constitution in the United States, is it the Second Amendment, First Amendment, whatever it is, you have the right to talk. And so you probably want to maintain those rights, yet you come on here and you say things like terrorist, stuff like that. It's mental gymnastics, because you don't want to talk about what's happening here, right? You don't want to talk about mother cows being shot in the face, sometimes more than once, hung upside down, having sometimes babies cut out of them. The mentality that goes through somebody's head when they have to do that, or when they do that, they take that home. Like the consequences of that, it's mental, it's crazy. And you guys here are just trying to avoid the topic by calling us names, shooting the messenger, so to say, and this is what happens. Yeah, I saw that about Oscar. Oscar is just also somebody who's making things up, talking about things. Well, let's debate about it, Jim Jones. Let's have a live stream debate about the ethics of veganism. How about we do that? And we can bring in religion if you want. Let me guess, you're gonna probably not comment back, or you're gonna say, no, we'll do it here. No, I'm not trying to eliminate food. I've been vegan for 12 years. My friend Jenny's been vegan for 30 plus years. How would you eliminate food? What do the animals eat? I mean, they eat plants. It's not that difficult, right? Well, bacon is a class 1 carcinogen. I don't think that you should be giving children cigarettes or ammonia, just like I wouldn't give them bacon. Plus they have plant-based bacon that you don't get colorectal cancer from, or anal cancer, whatever you want to call it. So that's a win. Well, it's up to me to be able to share my truth, right? I'm allowed to do that. I've worked in these places, in slaughterhouses. I've seen what happens to animals. I've seen what happens to immigrants and refugees. So why can't I speak up about it? Most people are lying about it. This industry fucking lies about this whole entire thing. They use people like machines, right? And people like yourself use the T word. I simply film here and I get attacked. Our friend gets killed for simply holding a sign up. Like, why can't I speak up about it? And if you don't think change is going to happen, that's up to you. Just because you don't want to change or whatever, that's up to you. But a lot of people are open-minded. I'm just telling the truth about what happens. Guys, hit like, hit subscribe, tell your friends. If you're vegan, guys, hit 1 in the chat. If you're someone thinking about change, hit 2. And if you're anybody else, hit something else and double tap that screen. Yes, I know it's summer for you. I saw that 14 times. Yeah, so you look at some of them. One is thinking about change. I mean, there's people that are change. And Reverend Jim Jones, I asked you for a debate, and now you're just saying virtue signaling. You're a coward, man. You're a coward, and you hide behind religion. Yeah, you go against what your God tells you because you use humans to work in these places. You use your brothers and sisters. Do unto others, a core principle of religion. You're using individuals to work as machines, as your proxies, so they get fucked up for life, but you could care less, right? So religious of you, so godly of you, right? Devil's work. This is a devil. How many slaughterhouses, Reverend, are there in heaven? How many? 0? More than 1? Amazing. Name it. Oh, it's virtue signaling. Oh, you're a terrorist. Oh, you're this, you're that. Never talk about the actual topic at hand, though, right? Never talk about the workers. Never talk about the mother cows, the animals that are enslaved in these disgusting factory farms, in their feces, living in their urine and feces. Because, yeah, that's what everybody wants, to live in their shit. And then you tear down rainforests so you can grow cow fields, so you can grow soy plantation, so you can feed that to fish, you can feed that to cows. I mean, it's ridiculous. All the water, all the land, all of it. You literally drive out to the country, all you smell is feces. People are like, oh, what about the crop deaths? They don't even talk about the shit that's everywhere. The co-product from killing cows. Using feces instead of natural earth and whatnot, like maddening. 1 in 6 people in this country are going to contract a pathogen. E. coli, Salmonella, Campylobacter, Listeria. How many people died in 2008? It's like over 20 people who died due to Listeria because of one of these fucking places. Amazing. Yeah, nonsense. Nonsense. Terrorism. Virtue signaling. What's the argument? Put forth an argument. You're going to say God put animals here for us? Dominion? We've heard it all. This is hell. This is what the devil would promote. This is the devil's creation. And if you're a religious person and you're starting to learn about this, you need to move away from this. This is a test to you, godly people. This is a test. The devil's test. Killing innocent animals. Taking that home, becoming a psychopath, becoming a drug addict, becoming an alcoholic, creating more violent crime in your communities. Using immigrants, refugees, children trafficked, migrants trafficked. This is what the Reverend here is promoting through his religion, that he thinks it's acceptable to traffic children, to traffic migrants, for his enjoyment, mind you, for his pleasure, because you don't have to eat animals in order to live, right? So he's just doing this out of pleasure. And heckle You know, you were on earlier to another stream. I saw what you were saying. What's your question? Yeah, this is the devil's work. This is the devil's work. If God wanted to create hamburgers, wouldn't he just create them? Why would he create the animal and put them into suffer and go the way they go through? That's not what God intended, right? For you religious folks. Well, maybe I am 57, Noah. Maybe I'm 60. My Facebook says I'm 114, so I look 60, I look fat, I look skinny, I look pale. I look all the things. I am whatever you say I am, that's fine. Because nobody has a valid argument. There's a Discord also in the chat. If you guys want to go carry on the conversation with vegans, they're there. They're waiting for you. So this is part of Project Livestream 6. We've done this 6 times over the last 6 months. We've brought thousands and thousands of people to slaughterhouses that they'd otherwise not go to. Yeah, I'll be out here. See, the cold doesn't bother me as much when I know someone else is going through worse. Reverend, you sit in the comfort of your own home and troll because God told you to, right? God told you to mock others, right? That's what he said in the Bible. It says in the first verse, right? And in your book, Reverend, mock others. Well, I think you guys just missed it. Peter, 35-year vegan, was just doing jumping jacks. Can you imagine? Not at this location. It was a place called Schneider's. They got bought out by Maple Leaf, a company that went to a bunch of different cities, opened up all these factories and shut them all down once they were earning too much. They had too many benefits, so they moved to another city. They got government subsidies. Then they're going to move to another city after 20 years once people make too much and they have too much benefits and stuff like that, holidays. So that's what they do to the workers as well. Guys, let me know where you're from. Bad monkey. It's my business when others are getting shot in the face because you think you're a baby cow. And I will always defend the vulnerable. Just because you don't, just because you think it's okay to exploit others, abuse them, torture them, doesn't mean others do. So there's going to be plenty of us that stand up against this. Loitering. Where's the argument, guys? How is it justified to shoot mother cows in the face? How is it justified to steal their babies? Strip them away, day one. Imagine being pregnant for 9 months and having your baby stolen from you. Imagine that. Crazy. Where? Yeah, that's what babies do. They wear. And guys, I offered it before, but I can send you a pacifier. If you just drop the cow's milk, I'll give you some soy milk and a baby bottle. We'll burp you, we'll give you a blankie. And stop being a little baby, right? Darren, this is a question you asked like many hours ago, but you never responded, Darren. Darren, do you think it's acceptable to have mother cows and sows that are pregnant sent to slaughter and have them cut out of them? Let's hear the answer, Darren. And the bolt. Heckles, you never answered my question earlier on the stream as well. You haven't defined veganism. Once you do, and once you get it right, then I'll give you an answer. But until then, I'm not going to answer you. Zombie, why would I get a job when I'm retired? This is crazy. Like, do you guys have an actual argument? No, it's not a diet, Heckles. We've talked about this already. How many, like, dude, when are you gonna figure it out? It's not that difficult. The vegan anthem was nice enough, kind enough to provide you the definition of veganism. Read that, learn it, understand it, and then we can talk about cobalt. What about hunting, infidel? Why is someone's entertainment, picking off innocent animals, acceptable? Why would that be acceptable? You can literally, like, eat plant-based. Marco, what are you talking about? You can't retire if you don't have a job? That, like, Marco, go talk to your parents. Copy down what you said in the comment and ask them, Mommy, Daddy, does this make sense, what I said here? Diver Down, do you realize that there's many forms of protest? What have you ever done, Diver Down? Did you answer my question, Darren? Let's see if you answer my question. If you didn't, then you're just wasting time. Yellow snow. I don't see. Jesus, you comment a lot, dude. Feel is great. Well, Darren, like I explained to you in Mel and Steve's chat, now you might want to write this down because you seem to not like comprehend it before or understand it. There could be a good explanation for that, Darren. You might have too much cholesterol in your think box to think properly, okay? You might be a little bit broken upstairs is what I'm getting at. So Darren, there are some people that are pro-choice and some people that aren't. It doesn't have anything to do with whether you're vegan or not. There might be a higher proportion that think it's pro-choice, or there might not be. We haven't had a study to suggest one or the other. You can imply what you like, so that's that. I'm here for the animals. Why don't you go to an abortion stream and go discuss that there? Because it's clear by your moral standards that you think it's okay to eat babies that aren't born yet. You think it's okay to eat babies that aren't born yet and have mother cows and sows that have babies inside of them cut out of their bodies. You're okay with that. So how does that make any sense? You're just a walking contradiction. Apparently I'm a pick-me. Thank you. I pick the animals first and then myself. Yes. Well, animals, some humans, then myself. Sure. Thank you. Seth, humans are meant to be slaves. Is that what you're saying too? By your line of thinking. CJ Kings, if you are against avocados, then please go protest the Super Bowl. 144 billion avocados are used at that time. by guacamole eating Super Bowl attendees. So I think you should start there if you want to have an impact. Guido, I mean, no one cares. I mean, it's like that meme. I don't care. Well, Seth, I worked in slaughterhouses. Quite literally, I've seen mother cows shot in the face. So you saying you're going to eat animals really does nothing to me. But what I would recommend, Seth, since you like it so much, go apply here. There's a high turnover rate because people suffer workplace injuries. You can work here. You can suffer the PTSD. You can turn to the drugs and alcohol. You can get the workplace injuries, all for working in here. Maybe you'd be well suited. How did work at the slaughterhouse? How did I get fired? I didn't get fired. I left. Thank you. "35 years vegan." Can you imagine? And people are still promoting this shit. How disgusting. Disgusting, disgusting. The smell here is something that you can't give people. I really wish people could smell. Absolutely disgusting. Ah, now it's permanently closed. So this door here used to be always open. Why? Because the smell is terrible. Absolutely reeks in here. And so, like, when I used to be an inspector, doors like that wouldn't be allowed to be open. And it's funny, once I started going live here, more and more attention got brought to this space, and now they shut it all the time. This guy's got a fascination with me being fired. Okay, sure, I was fired. Thank you. Now what? Just so you know, if you're fired from the government, you can't reapply or work for them again. So I also worked another job in the government for 7 years after. I worked for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, so maybe get your facts right. Holy fuck, it's cold! I should move. Well, not in India. Julian, you might think they love cows there. They might claim to love cows there. But cows suffer there as well. Really badly. There's cows running in the street. There's like 1 million cows running in the streets there. Because people want to pretend that they have to have cow milk. A lot of people from there don't even know what happens to the poor cows there. It's crazy. Guys, please hit like. Share this out. Once again, this is part of Project Livestream 6, where there are dozens and dozens of activists all across the world exposing hellhole facilities like this that execute innocent animals for some yum-yums. For some yummy yum-yums. They shoot mothers in the face here. What they do is they take a gun and they shoot them in the head. Well, not all cows have the same size skull. So sometimes they'll have to shoot them in the head multiple times. They're panicking, they're squirming. They hang their foot on a chain, and this chain takes them off the conveyor belt, and they're swaying upside down after they've been shot in the head. Then someone starts jabbing at their throat with a machete. Crazy, right? That's exactly what happens here. Blood, everywhere, guts everywhere. They cut the middle of them, their body parts fall on a conveyor belt. And sometimes in those body parts, you're gonna see a little baby. That's what happens here. Normalize violence. And you know, this is the thing, right? People complain about their lives and what they go through. Oh, me. Oh, I'm going through so much in my life. Well, if you eat animals, you're part of normalizing violence. And that's what industries like this do. They normalize violence. So if you're complaining, if you're whining about certain things, crime rates increased in your community, stuff like that, take a look at what you're doing to help increase the violent crime rates by supporting slaughterhouses, by creating these environments that cause psychopathy, that cause drug addicts, alcoholics, all these things. So people want to complain, oh, well, there's robbers. And then people complain about the cost of living. They complain about, drug addicts in the streets and cleaning up our streets and crimes. Well, you're paying for people to get sick because 1 in 6 people are going to contract a pathogen, at least here in Canada. It's probably higher in other places. It's probably similar in the States and the UK. So people are going to have to go to the hospital. They're going to be probably fucked up for life if they contract E. coli, salmonella, campylobacter. They're ingesting antibiotics or other drugs, residues, possibly eating disease, most likely eating some form of disease, either tumors or dermatitis or something like that, cellulitis. So people are eating these things, right? They're getting sick. That increases the cost on the healthcare system. Your tax dollars are going towards that. How fucking mental is that? How absurd is that, right? So you're increasing the cost on the healthcare part. You're increasing the cost on the crime rates. You're complaining about the healthcare cost. You're complaining about the cost of living. All these things. Yet you're paying for it to fucking happen. By trucks like this. I'm delusional. Apparently I'm delusional. The guy who's talking about cobalt and can't even define veganism. Amazing. I'm delusional. Go on the Discord and have a conversation. Martin just put the link there. Just so you know, when you're eating chicken, antibiotics, drugs, antibiotic resistance as well, diseases like pathogens like campylobacter, salmonella, E. coli. So you look at the skin disease, dermatitis, you look at things like cellulitis, peritonitis, tumors, inside embedded in the flesh. Oftentimes people think that's fat that they're eating, when it's actually tumors that they're eating. They don't even know. Amazing. And people revere this, or they think they love it. They don't even know. Also, these animals are like heavily doused in chemicals and chlorine. Most of the animals that you eat are babies. They're disabled. Disabled babies, unfortunately, so they're genetically engineered. They used to call it genetically engineered, then they changed the term to genetically modified because they're worried that the public might see engineered as a bad term or something that's scary to talk about. And so you got to think about these things, these euphemistic terms: humane, ethical, free range. These are all lies. These are all lies. This is just to make you believe in the propaganda machine. That's the $1 trillion animal agriculture machine. If you're open-minded, if you're someone who thinks that you can change, and you're not like some of the weird trolls in here, like these guys make a living off trolling us. In fact, someone claimed recently that they were paid by animal agriculture to spread misinformation about vegans. And you can see that actually as well. So there's something called Consumer Freedom. It's a website, and there's something else called Humane Watch. These are two websites that actually say in their description that they are lobbies out to spread propaganda. So they'll send out thousands of articles making up false claims about veganism, talking about health issues, crop deaths, all these things that the people in the chat, at least the loudmouths, that think it's okay to shoot a mother cow in the face and steal their baby and execute them themselves and all that shit. I mean, it's amazing, right? It's amazing to think that's the norm. And so that's what these people are doing. So they're lying about what the reality is. And they just want to like some of the conversations here where I asked someone to define veganism. They've never defined it. They've been on this stream, earlier streams, dozens of streams. They've yet to define it, and they say things like cobalt, or they'll say crop deaths, or they'll say God, or they'll bring up all these excuses. They won't. The Discord's open, debates are open. They won't even do it, right? And so they mislead, they lie to the public, they lie to consumers about everything because they're getting either paid or they make money, you know, by executing them, by owning these innocent animals, stuff like that. So guys, there's some links in my description. One for We the Free. We have a quadrupler going on right now where for every dollar you donate, it's quadrupled. We're trying to get as much money raised so we can have more advocacy, more events, more teams formed. Would love if you could help support that, either share it out or donate. Also, there is a petition, Greyhound Racing, against Greyhound Racing. We're asking people to sign that. It's in the UK. Stop it, get it banned, get it on the table. We need 100,000 signatures. There's also issues of horse racing. There's also issues of dogs being tested on. More recently, if you want to look at my catalog of live streams. I also just dropped a video recently as well. If you don't mind going to watch that, leaving a comment, maybe sharing it out. It's about the fundraiser. And yeah, guys, please get out there and get active. We're asking everybody to do this. You know, we can do this as a community. We help people go live all the time. We have a wonderful community of support. So if you guys want, go to, it's at Project Livestream on Instagram. There we can help you set up, give you some ideas on what you can do as far as going live. YouTube live streams are really kicking off. We're getting thousands and thousands of views. And in fact, we've reached, with live streams and reels, we've reached over 12 million people just by doing something like what I'm doing today. Not much, you know, just blabbing to a camera in hopes to get people to change. Even if a fraction of people change, that's still quite a victory for the animals, quite a victory for social change. Yeah. Human trader. Well, I would say that people that support slaughterhouses are the biggest traitors to animals and humans. They put the environments like this. Imagine seeing mother cows shot in the face every day. That's fucked up. That's gonna mess you up. You can see there's seagulls. They're waiting for the body parts that come out of this place. I was gonna bring you over to this other place called a tannery, but it's really windy and I think it would just mess up the vocals or the sound. I gotta turn that setting off. It's just not allowing a lot of comments, and I don't know how to do the... Oh well. We'll have to do that next live stream. Yeah. So guys, once again, if you're vegan, hit 1. If you're someone thinking about change, hit 2. If you're anyone else who thinks it's okay to use and exploit, abuse and torture animals, hit 3 and double tap the screen or another number. Let's see. So to all the open-minded people, the 2s in the chat, look at the 3s. Look at the people typing in different numbers other than 1. I mean, think about it. Do you want to be like them that think it's okay to torture, confine, abuse innocent animals? They certainly do. But these people, make no mistake about it, they make money off of the animals. They're the ones killing the animals, so they're just trying to justify and cope. That's exactly what they're doing. It's like we have something going on here. Oh my gosh. Truck. This guy's here pretty much daily. There's a down cow. There's a down cow at the back. Down cow at the back. Wow. The feces, the smell, the terror. Poor down cow at the back. Obviously, wow.
Got a down cow in there, mate.
Shame. Shameful. What a disgusting industry. How disgusting. The smell, you can't even imagine the smell. Crows are here, or ravens. They're looking to eat the body parts that are falling out of that chute. Sorry about the wind. Jeez, it's fucking cold. Let's see the body parts dropping out of there. How disgusting. So the birds are gonna go eat that, and people are like, oh, I wonder how avian influenza starts and other zoonotic diseases. Humans are so dumb. Sorry about the camera. Yeah, you say that, and then you're the first person crying that people are dying in the streets of avian influenza or another zoonotic disease. This guy wants people to be killed. PB, go stand in front of this semi. Like, what is... See, guys, this is the mentality. So I'm putting a camera to the truth, and this guy wants us to get run over by a truck. Same people killed my friend. They ran over her because she was holding a sign. PB, that's this guy's mentality. Amazing. Amazing that people think like that and talk like that. Because they're so triggered just for showing outside on the streets the truth. You know it's exactly what happened, Justin. Are you one of the ones who works at Brussels? Probably. No, I already mastered bowling. I don't need to do more bowling. I'd rather show the truth about what's happening. Save some lives while I'm still here. I mean, you're watching me. Why don't you get a hobby? I mean, the guy tells me to get a hobby and he's watching me on a live stream. Go figure. Cam, again, ridiculous comment. The guy was parked for 5 minutes, was told by dispatch to stay put, and he decided to drive and run her over. There's a video called There Was a Killing. Also, the Toronto Star came out with a 911 phone call to share the truth about what happened. I mean, just because you hate animals. Just because you hate animals doesn't mean you gotta be stupid. There's this guy who hates me. He's telling me off right away, straight away. Just be careful with this guy, Jenny. He's the guy who was telling me off. Yeah. Guys, just be careful with this guy. He's a little bit crazy. Yeah. This guy's a bit unhinged, so just be careful. He was telling me off just as I was standing there. He was like,
really? Oh, really?
Yeah. This shit. Literally scared shitless. Can you imagine? If they were dogs, it'd be a different story, right? Everyone would be here. See all the victims in there? is 5 years old, 5, 6 years old, maybe even less. Some of them are still pregnant, and they're being executed for what? For some trivial pleasure, so someone can drink their milk after they stole their babies. Unite for the animals, guys. Don't be a loser. Don't be a total loser, animal abuser. We can change. I changed. Everybody else here changed. It's not difficult. It's actually really easy.
This is cows. That's what happened to them after they get eaten. This is what people
I am home. If you don't like it, you can leave. Guys, please hit like, share the stream. Go check out my other videos. Go check out my other live streams. There's also a link to all the other activists doing lives today. This is part of Project Livestream, showing the world the truth about what happens with animals, how disgusting this industry is, what it does to them, the gates, the secrecy behind this entire industry, the lies that are spread to propagate. And the only people that are complaining are the ones that profit off of these animals, the ones who execute them. Those are the people complaining in the chat. Those are the ones, because they make money. They're scared of change. They don't know how to change. They don't want to change because they're lazy. It's a lazy mindset. If those were dogs, we'd have thousands of people here. In some places, they murder dogs. What's the difference? What is the difference, guys? What do you mean the guilt trip? Why would you even say that? The guilt trip. What's the guilt about this? If it's okay, if everything's fine, then why would you even say anything? Why would you even be here? Why would you say anything? Well, what's the difference between, like, this is the thing, man. Answer the question. I asked already, what's the difference between a dog and a pig and a cow and a chicken and a cat? What's the fucking difference? They all can feel pain. They can all suffer. They all want to live. Tell me what's the relevant difference that justifies putting them into this facility, shooting them in the face because you want to drink their fucking milk. What's the difference? In other places, they kill they kill dogs, they kill cats, and you wouldn't be okay with it, right? So talk about hypocritical. I mean, so if they made it illegal to eat dogs in this country, your country, would you be okay with that? Would you eat dogs and cats? Would you eat your companion who's sitting down beside you? To justify this violence, this disgust? And so this is the trickery. This is the thing that this company does, is they continue to try to like push people out of the way. Like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, Justin, don't you have a job? Why don't you go get a job, man? That's where the skins are. I should probably bring you guys over there. Oh my god, the smell. Oh yeah, you can see the skins. Try to zoom in quick. The skins right open to the public. I should bring you down there. Yeah, Timu, why don't you try it out? You gonna be a drone bot for the rest of your life? Follow what you're told to do? Oh, let's abuse animals. Yeah, I'll just do that. Thank you. I don't even know what you're talking about, but sure. It's all fun and games to you, isn't it, Justin? You know, a lot of these people too are probably victims of bullying, and now they bully animals. Can you imagine? That's what people turn to. They're like, I hate bullying. I hate that people get bullied. And then they bully animals and bully others. This is in Toronto. This place is called St. Helens. They execute mother cows. We just saw a few. They're getting dropped off, gonna be shot in the face. White suit. I ate animals and worked in slaughterhouses for most of my adult years, so I don't know what you're talking about. I learned that you didn't have to do this 12 years ago, and I changed. Only mentally bankrupt people would continue if they know exactly what happens. I'm going to suggest most people haven't been in a slaughterhouse, and most people are conditioned just to follow what they're told to do. But I think once they learn about the truth, the reality, what takes place, most people would change, or at least enough people would change to create massive change. Unlike some people here who profiteer, who make money off of the death and enslavement and torture of innocent animals. Those are the ones who are crying in the chat today. If you didn't notice, if you're open-minded and you're willing to think about change, there's something called challenge22.com. Basically, it takes 22 days to form a habit. Much like eating animals is a habit. It's something that we're told to do, brought up to do. Your tastes change after a while. It might be like just a little bit of change with the taste or whatever, but I mean, I'm so grateful that I learned I could change years ago, and I did it. And yeah, I can't ever imagine that I was sold this lie and thought it was okay to abuse and torture animals. I mean, this isn't the animal agriculture industry. This is the animal torture and abuse industry. They literally torture and abuse them. They steal their babies away. They shove their arms up their asses. They violate them in an SA way. They artificially inseminate them. They cut out their teeth. They'll rip off their testicles. They'll cut off their tails. They'll brand them. They'll set them on fire. I mean, this is what the animal agriculture industry is. It's a torture industry. Torturous. You know what they do with pigs? They'll hang pigs in barns so the other pigs conform. Literally. They'll hang them. So the other pigs will listen to their masters. Their slave owners. I've seen it. I mean, I worked in an investigation unit for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency. I saw things that you can't even imagine what took place. Unbelievable. I mean, if you think seeing animals freeze to death via their own urine and feces inside of a truck, I mean, this is what we're talking about here. How can you claim to be a good person once you hear about that and learn about that and start to find out about it? How can you claim to be a good person when you find out about these things and then you don't change? I mean, it's the facts. It's the reality. I mean, you can go look up your government records or whatever. You can look up the cases that went to court, which finally some started to go to court. I mean, it only took 11 years when I worked for the government for things to change a little bit. But now they aren't even putting those on public information. You have to access to information, these things, which is insane. All of this should be publicly available. Everything that happens in this industry should be publicly available. And if you don't agree with that, then that just shows your bias. That just shows that you are for allowing an industry to self-police itself. And it does. It literally does. It formulates laws. You just look at the gag bills that try to silence whistleblowers. I mean, this is common ground. This is common practice. I mean, it's people like Justin who clearly work in this industry. Can you just imagine the way he treats animals? Can you just imagine how this person who mocks people, even if you thought you had to eat animals, even if you, in the worst case, you thought you had to eat animals, wouldn't you want people like fighting against it, even in a welfarist mindset? Like that's what you got to think about. And people like Justin, you can't even imagine what people like him do to animals, the way he treats animals. He probably has a dog beside him that he probably looks at funny, if you know what I mean. Insane. Absolutely insane. And so you see the comments, right? You see the comments talking about me personally or who I am or whatever. I don't care if you hate me or you think I'm messed up. Maybe I'm a little crazy. So what? It's not like I'm lying. Tell me one single lie that I made up. You can easily look up everything about what I've said. And literally, this is a visual imprint. You're seeing cows go into slaughter. Mother cows are pregnant. Mother cows get sent to slaughter. I mean, it's like 3 to 10%, so they claim, on average. Insane. And that's what they claim. It's probably a low estimate. And then stun rates, failure rates. They don't like to talk about that either, right? So when a cow gets shot in the face, they claim it's a humane thing. They only do these things so that the humans don't get hurt while they're jabbing at their throat. That's the only reason they stun these animals. Make no mistake about it. Like, it's fucking mad. The psychological toll that people face in communities like this one, there's houses right there, literally beside the slaughterhouse. I don't know how many times we saw public health here. You can imagine the water system. It's insane. It's absolutely fucking mad. And Justin would never go on a live stream debate with me. He would never discuss these things. He would never show me his farm. He would claim that, you know, everything's done this way or that way. You know, he's just one of those people that maybe he's paid to lobby against us. Maybe he's here to lie about the truth. You know, this is the truth. I mean, okay, infidel, go into the Discord. It's in the link. It's in the description. There's a link there. You can go on there and have a discussion. Let's hear what you got to say. There it is. Soy Daddy has provided you the link. 99 point. Be the 1%, buddy. Go in there. Be the 1% and have a discussion with us. Because 99.9% of you never do. Rearranging some stuff here. My battery was dying. Holy shite, it's cold. All these heroes out here today speaking up for those who can't defend themselves. I mean, we're taught at a young age, right? Be kind, treat animals okay. All these things, and then here we are with grown-ass adult men talking about how it's okay to treat animals the way they're treated in animal agriculture. It's insane. Mental. Guys, if you haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe, tell your friends. This is part of Project Livestream, global event today. Crazy. We've reached over 12 million people, not only with just live streams, but from reels and shares and all these things. And we couldn't have done it with all the other people here in the streams sharing out and being such a wonderful community. I understand people probably are like, oh my gosh, I'm so sick of seeing all the trolls in here. But it does boost the engagement and the algorithm. So we do it purposefully. I know it's probably annoying for you guys to see sometimes, but at the end of the day, we're getting tons of views. It's getting out to, I think I said 90-something% of people that come into the live streams aren't people that have ever engaged with the channel. So it's such a huge victory in that sense, which is amazing, because even if a certain percentage change, we see that as a massive victory. You're not going to get all these random people just go to a slaughterhouse and be curious and think about these things, right? We call it like planting the seed or filling the cup. And we realize that we're using the trolls as proxies to grow engagement. It's ironic, right? Because someone will troll, thousands and thousands of comments, but what they don't realize is that, yeah, it's in the description. It was just shared. If you scroll up, infidel. What people don't realize is that they're pushing it up the algorithm. More people are going to watch this, and more people are going to think about these things, which, I mean, you have to kind of admit that the animal ag industry, for all the money it has, for all the time it's had doing this shit, not very bright, not very smart. Kind of stupid if you ask me. Because the last thing you want is to have more eyes on what's taking place. Like, if people walked into a slaughterhouse, they'd be like, holy fuck, I don't want to be a part of that, right? It's just like lunatics, right? So a lot of dumb people are running animal agriculture. And you'll see eventually, you're going to see a trend where their kids aren't going to want to carry on the farm. They're probably going to understand that you can live vegan, and what's the point? What's the point of smelling shit all day, every day? I mean, why would you want to? Like, imagine every day working on a farm, walking up and smelling feces when you don't have to. I mean, well, I know you get used to the smell. I got used to the smell in these places. Not saying that that's healthy for you. You can move away from it. And why would you want to inhale that your entire life? We have things like veganic farming. I'm going to do an interview with someone who owns a veganic farm just to show people how easy it is. Farmers can easily move away and transition. People always want to make it out that things are so difficult. Oh my God, how are we going to change? Most of the animals you eat, most of them, I think it's like, I don't know, 80%. Most of them are under 6 weeks old. There's 80 billion chickens that are killed every year. They're just under 6 weeks old, 42 days old. So change can happen. It's inevitable. And it can happen rather quickly, a lot faster than I think people think. Yeah, you're literally eating babies. Exactly, Mel and Steve. Guys, if you have not subscribed to Mel and Steve, they've been going at it all day. They put together Project Livestream. They brought all these people together across the world from the UK. They presented it over in Canada, in the US. places in Europe. I mean, we've even had friends in Australia doing the live streams. We just need more people who are active. We need more people to get out in the streets, and we can help you do that. If you go in my description, you're going to see it's at Project Livestream on Instagram. Go over there, message us, and we're going to help you get involved and active. Also, a couple more things. There's a link in the description as well to banning greyhound racing in the UK. We need 100,000 signatures. We've gotten a lot over the last few days via Animal Aid and It's Smell and Steve. If you go to It's Smell and Steve Live, you'll see a video, live stream they did yesterday showing what happens to those poor greyhounds. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. They literally are forced into these starting blocks. Sometimes they get caught in them. They'll run and they'll smash into each other. They'll break their legs. It's just awful the way people view animals. One other thing, guys, there's other live streamers today. There's a link in my description as well for you guys to go follow them. They're doing incredible work today. They're doing similar things that we are today. Dozens of activists all over the world are exposing these hellhole places, and we're only growing, we're getting bigger. Millions and millions of people have viewed what's happening at these places now, and it's just going to continue to grow, and we're so thrilled that people are taking up the weapons, what I call our cell phones, and showing the world what takes place. So guys, once again, please hit like, hit subscribe, tell all your friends. It is freaking freezing out here. Millions, yeah, so some of our channels have reached millions and millions of people, bringing them to slaughterhouses. This is why we have such a push for it. We want people to go live because we see such value in it. Like today's stream is going to get thousands of views from people that otherwise never would have went to a slaughterhouse or thought about these things. So that helps create change. Double tap the screen. Yes, guys. Also, if you guys are into funding or helping out as well, We the Free, we have a donation going on, a quadrupler. By the end of the year, if we get, for every dollar, it's matched, it's 4 times that, so $50 will equal $200. That will go directly to animal rights groups, for TVs, for helping start up teams, for all the things that are involved in that, posters, banners, stuff like that, which is crazy to get quadruple the amount. We're trying to get to our goal by the end of the year. So I just did a video, or I shared a video recently, just a couple hours ago. If you wouldn't mind watching that, share that out. We're trying to get more funding for animal rights. As well, in the description, there's a place where you can donate as well on top of that. Bill Gates propaganda. Well, you know, someone said 1984. You guys are trying to make it like 1984. Well, 1984, they were really increasing animal agriculture. If you think about it, you're following that narrative. They execute innocent animals. They make trillions of dollars off of these poor animals. And you don't have to do it. They're using our land, they're using our water, they're cutting down our rainforests, they're killing the oceans, they're causing algae blooms. If that's not 1984, I don't know what is. PTSD, drug, alcohol addiction, increased violent crime rates, all these things out at these disgusting places. You guys are, yes? Okay. Oh. Wait, what? No. Don't tell me that. No, you can't tell me that.
Well, you gotta come with us.
Well, I know, but now it's like, holy crap. There goes my wallet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Guys. Yeah, I'm still on. So Veganuary as well. If you don't know Jenny McQueen, then are you even vegan? Seriously. Go follow Jenny McQueen as well. She'll be in the link description. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. And don't forget, there's other activists out here today. Look at this guy cutting on the road, like right in front of us. This truck absolutely reeks. We show the bylaw, this kind of stuff, you know. They shouldn't be driving on the sidewalk. But anyways, guys, go and follow these incredible activists. It's Mel and Steve. You saw a bunch of them earlier as well. Please go and support the other activists doing this today. What the hell is going on, man? You guys not letting me leave. The link's in my description as well. Please go and join and follow them today. They're going to be out at disgusting hellhole facilities like this place, St. Helens, and all the disgusting slaughterhouses around. This guy's parking here because it fucking stinks. This truck is full of skins. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you all. Please hit like before you go out. And also, I'll give a shout out to the first commenter after I go. Thanks so much, and go watch the video as well that I just posted. Thank you guys. Much love.